Breaking: Ukrainian F-16 engages 3 Russian Su-35 fighters. Dogfight over Donetsk. 1 Su-35 shot down. First confirmed air-to-air kill for Ukrainian F-16. This is Sky Front, where air wars break first. Incident occurred at 2:47 p.m. local time. Location: 32 kilometers northeast of Donetsk city. Ukrainian F-16 Block 70 on combat air patrol. Russian fighters penetrated Ukrainian airspace. Pilot callsign Viper engaged immediately. The engagement lasted 8 minutes. Beyond visual range combat. AIM-120D AMRAAM missile fired at maximum effective range. Target: lead Su-35S Flanker-E. Distance at launch: 95 kilometers. Missile time of flight: 47 seconds. Direct hit confirmed. Russian pilot ejected successfully. Aircraft value: $85 million. Total loss. Sky Front verified through Ukrainian Air Force official statement and NATO radar tracking data. This represents breakthrough moment for Ukrainian air power. F-16 Fighting Falcon demonstrates superiority over Russian 4th generation plus fighters. Western technology proves decisive in modern air combat. Ukrainian pilot training in Poland and Romania pays immediate dividends. 8 months of intensive preparation. Result: first kill in first major engagement. The F-16 Block 70 represents most advanced Fighting Falcon variant. APG-83 AESA radar provides superior target detection and tracking. AIM-120D missile offers 160-kilometer range. Russian Su-35S carries Irbis-E passive electronically scanned radar, less capable than active electronically scanned systems. Maximum detection range against fighter-sized targets: 400 kilometers. However, actual combat effectiveness significantly lower. Electronic warfare environment degrades performance. Sky Front analysis indicates Ukrainian F-16 detected Russian formation first, achieved radar lock before Russian pilots identified threat. This tactical advantage proved decisive in engagement outcome. The Su-35S Flanker-E represents Russia's most capable operational fighter, excluding Su-57. Maximum speed: Mach 225. Combat radius: 1,600 kilometers. Thrust vectoring engines provide exceptional maneuverability. Armament includes R-77 medium range and R-73 short range air-to-air missiles. 3 aircraft formation suggests aggressive combat air patrol. Russian doctrine typically employs 2-ship or 4-ship formations. 3 fighters indicates partial squadron deployment. Sky Front confirmed remaining 2 Su-35 fighters broke off engagement immediately after lead aircraft destruction. Retreated east toward Russian-controlled territory. No further missile exchanges. Ukrainian F-16 did not pursue, maintained defensive position, protecting Ukrainian airspace. Professional tactical decision, avoiding potential trap or ambush by additional Russian forces. Which weapon system proved most effective in this engagement? A. F-16 radar systems. B. AIM-120D missile. C. Pilot training and tactics. Comment your answer. The engagement unfolded in multiple phases. Phase 1, detection and identification. Ukrainian F-16 radar detected Russian formation at 130 kilometers. Identified as hostile based on flight profile and electronic signatures. Phase 2, weapons employment decision. Pilot Viper assessed tactical situation. 3 versus 1 odds. Required beyond visual range engagement to negate Russian numerical advantage. Phase 3, missile launch. AIM-120D fired at optimal range. Maximizes probability of kill while remaining outside Russian missile envelope. Phase 4, evasion and assessment. Ukrainian F-16 executed defensive maneuvers, avoided potential counterfire from remaining Russian fighters, confirmed kill through radar track and visual observation of ejection. Sky Front obtained cockpit communications recording. Pilot Viper reported Splash 1, flanker down. 2 bandits retreating east. Ground control responded, confirmed kill. RTB when fuel state requires. Professional exchange demonstrates Ukrainian Air Force operational maturity. Clear communications, tactical discipline, mission focus. No celebration during combat operations. The AM-120D Advanced Medium Range Air-to-Air Missile represents cutting edge of air combat technology. Active radar guidance allows fire and forget engagement. Two-way data link enables mid-course updates. Improved rocket motor extends range 50% over previous AMRAAM variants. Warhead weight, 18 kilograms. Proximity fuse detonates warhead when missile passes within lethal radius of target. Sky Front confirmed direct hit resulted in catastrophic structural failure of Su-35 airframe. Right wing separated from fuselage. Aircraft entered uncontrolled spin. Pilot ejected at 12,000 meters altitude. Parachute deployment confirmed. Rescue helicopter dispatched from Russian-controlled territory. Pilot recovered alive. Currently in Russian military hospital. Ukrainian intelligence monitoring communications confirmed pilot identity. Major Pavel Sokolov, 42 years old, 17 years service, 380 combat hours. Experienced aviator. Loss represents significant blow to Russian pilot corps. Training replacement requires 2 years minimum. Combat experience cannot be replicated in training environment. This creates immediate capability gap for Russian Air Force. Sky Front tracking broader implications for air war over Ukraine. Ukrainian F-16 fleet currently numbers 28 aircraft. Deliveries continue from Netherlands, Denmark, and Norway. Projected fleet size by mid-2026, 45 aircraft. This provides credible air defense and limited air superiority capability. Russian aerospace forces maintain numerical advantage. Approximately 250 fighters deployed to Ukrainian theater. However, quality versus quantity calculation shifts with F-16 introduction. One F-16 with AEM-C-20D can threaten multiple Russian fighters simultaneously. Advanced radar and missile combination creates standoff engagement capability. Russian fighters must close to shorter ranges, exposes them to Ukrainian fire without effective counter. Wait, new confirmation just in. Second engagement reported, different sector. Ukrainian F-16 engaged Russian Su-30SM over Zaporizhzhia region. No shootdown confirmed. Russian aircraft evaded missile, retreated from combat zone. This indicates coordinated Russian fighter operations testing Ukrainian F-16 response. Sky Front monitoring developing situation. Multiple probe attempts across different sectors. Russian Air Force assessing F-16 capabilities and tactics. Ukrainian pilots responding professionally. Maintaining defensive posture. Protecting critical airspace. The tactical environment over eastern Ukraine remains extremely complex. Russian ground-based air defense systems create no-fly zones. S-400 and S-300 batteries positioned throughout occupied territories. Maximum engagement range, 400 kilometers for S-400. Ukrainian aircraft must operate carefully, balancing offensive operations against surface-to-air missile threats. F-16 incorporates Advanced Electronic Warfare Systems, ALQ-211. Advanced Integrated Defensive Electronic Warfare Suite provides radar warning, jamming, and countermeasures. Helps counter both air and ground threats. However, no aircraft invulnerable to modern air defenses. Ukrainian pilots employ terrain masking, fly low to avoid radar detection, pop up for missile launch, descend immediately to break radar lock. This tactics requires exceptional skill and nerves. Operating at high speed at low altitude over hostile territory, margin for error minimal. What is the maximum effective range of the AIM-120D missile? A. 95 kilometers. B. 120 kilometers. C. 160 kilometers. Skyfront analysis indicates this engagement represents turning point in Ukrainian air war. Previous to F-16 delivery, Ukrainian Air Force operated Soviet-era MiG-29 and Su-27 fighters. Capable aircraft but technologically inferior to modern Russian fighters. Limited weapons options, older radar systems, shorter range missiles. This forced defensive operations only. F-16 changes calculus completely. Superior sensors, longer range weapons, better electronic warfare systems. Now Ukrainian pilots can compete on equal or better terms. Results demonstrate this capability. One Su-35 destroyed in first major engagement, 2 others forced to retreat. Russian air operations over Ukraine will require reassessment, cannot assume aerial superiority, must account for capable Ukrainian interceptors. This complicates Russian air support for ground forces, reduces strike aircraft survivability, forces allocation of additional fighters for escort missions. The downed Su-35 carried full combat load. 4 R-77 medium-range missiles, 2 R-73 short-range missiles, internal cannon with 150 rounds, none expended during engagement. Pilot never achieved firing solution before Ukrainian missile impact. This indicates complete tactical surprise. Russian pilot likely unaware of Ukrainian F-16 presence until missile launch. By then, defensive options limited. Modern air-to-air combat occurs at extreme ranges. Visual contact rare. Radar and missiles determine outcomes. Pilot never sees enemy aircraft, only radar scope and warning systems. Death arrives at Mach 4 from beyond visual range. This represents fundamental shift from historical air combat. Previous wars featured dogfights, close-range maneuvering, gun kills. Modern technology eliminates these scenarios. First to detect, usually first to kill. Ukrainian F-16 detected first. Ukrainian F-16 killed first. Does this engagement push the air war toward Ukrainian advantage? Comment Y or N. The strategic implications extend beyond single aircraft loss. Russian military invested heavily in Su-35 program. Approximately 100 aircraft produced. Unit cost, $85 million. Loss rate becoming unsustainable. Skyfront documented 6 Su-35 losses in Ukrainian conflict. 2 to surface-to-air missiles, 1 to ground fire, 2 to unknown causes, now 1 to Ukrainian F-16. Attrition exceeds production rate. Russian aircraft industry cannot replace losses quickly. Manufacturing capacity limited. Supply chain disruptions from sanctions. Component shortages affect production schedules. Each loss degrades overall Russian air combat capability. Meanwhile, Ukrainian F-16 fleet grows monthly. Western supply lines robust. Pilot training pipeline established. Maintenance support provided by NATO partners. This trajectory favors Ukraine in long-term competition for air superiority. Russian advantages in numbers slowly eroding. Ukrainian advantages in technology gradually expanding. Skyfront projects air power balance shifting toward parity by late 2026. Ukrainian Air Force community celebrated this victory appropriately. First F-16 kill represents validation of transition to Western aircraft. Vindication of pilot training programs. Demonstration of operational capability to NATO partners. However, celebration tempered by operational security requirements. Pilot Viper identity protected. Unit assignment classified. Base location undisclosed. This prevents Russian targeting of successful pilots and units. Maintains operational security. Preserves Ukrainian air combat capability. Russian response likely includes enhanced intelligence collection efforts. Attempting to identify Ukrainian F-16 bases, target them with missile strikes. Destroy aircraft on ground before they threaten Russian air operations. Ukrainian Air Force counters with dispersed basing, hardened shelters, rapid relocation capability, mobile operations from highway strips. These measures complicate Russian targeting if you follow real air warfare type sky front. The engagement demonstrates importance of beyond visual range combat capability. Historical air combat emphasized dogfighting skills, pilot maneuvering ability, aircraft turn performance. Modern air combat prioritizes sensor range, missile kinematics, electronic warfare effectiveness. The pilot who detects first and shoots first usually survives. Traditional dogfighting skills still relevant as last resort. If beyond visual range engagement fails, visual range combat follows. However, statistics show 90% of modern air combat kills occur beyond visual range. Training emphasis shifted accordingly. Ukrainian F-16 pilots trained extensively on beyond visual range tactics, radar employment, missile parameters, electronic warfare techniques, threat assessment, target prioritization, situational awareness. This training proved effective in combat. Pilot Viper executed perfect beyond visual range engagement, detected enemy first, achieved firing solution, launched weapon effectively, defeated enemy aircraft, survived engagement, returned safely to base. Textbook execution of trained procedures. Skyfront confirmed Ukrainian Air Force plans, additional F-16 deployments. Current squadron reaching full operational capability. Second squadron forming now. Third squadron planned for 2026. Each squadron, 12 aircraft. Total projected capability, 36 F-16s in 3 operational squadrons, plus training and reserve aircraft. This force structure provides credible air defense coverage, enables limited offensive operations, cannot achieve complete air superiority against numerically superior Russian forces, however, denies Russia uncontested control of Ukrainian airspace, forces Russian aircraft to operate cautiously, reduces effectiveness of Russian air support to ground forces. This operational effect valuable even without complete air superiority. What happens next in the air war over Ukraine? Comment below. Skyfront projects several likely developments. First, Russian Air Force modifies tactics to counter F-16 threat, increased use of standoff weapons, reduced penetration of Ukrainian airspace, enhanced fighter escort for strike packages. Second, Ukrainian Air Force expands F-16 operations gradually. More aggressive combat air patrols, deeper penetration of contested airspace, eventually limited strike missions against Russian ground targets. Third, both sides increase electronic warfare intensity, jamming and counter-jamming, deception techniques. This complicates radar detection and missile guidance, makes air combat environment more challenging for both sides. The answer to our tactical quiz, AIM-120D maximum effective range, is 160 kilometers, option C. However, in this engagement, launch occurred at 95 kilometers. This represents optimal firing range given tactical situation. Maximum range launches reduce probability of kill. Target has more time to detect and evade. Mid-range launches balance range advantage against kill probability. Pilot Viper selected appropriate launch parameters for tactical situation. Result, confirmed kill. Proper weapons employment fundamentals matter more than maximum specifications. Will air combat continue over Ukraine? Absolutely. Both sides maintain active air operations, daily fighter patrols, strike missions, air defense suppression. This engagement will not deter Russian air operations. However, it will make Russian pilots more cautious, more aware of capable Ukrainian interceptors. Who holds air superiority over Ukraine? Neither side. Contested airspace. Both forces operate with restrictions. Neither achieves freedom of action. This stalemate likely continues until one side achieves decisive advantage in numbers or technology. What happens next? More engagements between Ukrainian F-16s and Russian fighters, additional kills likely on both sides, gradual evolution of tactics and counter-tactics. Skyfront will track every development. Subscribe to Skyfront, where air wars break first. Real air combat, real consequences. Skyfront.